What's up all my gamers out there of YouTube land? It's your boy Psy, about the Universal Gamer. Welcome to episode 16 of Gamers Tubecast, in which I was supposed to film tomorrow, but there's so much gaming content that I want to talk to you guys about that been itching my brain, and I really been wanting to give you guys my personal opinions on some of these topics I got written down. I just had to film this a day early just to get it off my chest, you know. And it made it worse when my boy Freddie Frego this morning sent me an article about Microsoft changing their minds about restrictions on used games. Let's start off with my gaming news and talk about that first. So I got sent this article. I didn't read the whole thing. I didn't need to. The title says it all. In the title it says, Xbox One will not require internet/restrictions on used games. And then the first sentence under the title says, no more game lending restrictions, daily check-ins, or region locks. Let that marinate for a second. It's a no-brainer. Why would you even do that? Like, if you really thought that your fans was gonna stay loyal to you after you done fucked their ass in the ass, then you tripping, people. I mean, you tripping, dude. Like, you're like people, because it takes more than one person to make a decision. And that's Bill Gates is making all the decisions himself and saying, you guys gotta deal with it because that's what I want on my console. Then that's a different story. But I'm pretty sure there's a committee, there's a meeting, there's a lot of writing down and notes that you got to do and a lot of stuff you got to decide before you make an ultimate decision on something. So I know it's not just something that you just, hey, let's snap my fingers, let's do that. So they said no more region lock. That means you can import a game from here, import a game from there, and it'll work on your console. No more used game restrictions. That means I can buy a game, let my friend play it, take it back from him, and play it on my console without it not playing on my console. No more of that scandal going on. And none of this checking in every 24 hours as if you're a 10-year-old kid and you got to play right outside your house, and everybody and your parents will keep watching you outside your windows every 24 hours, like every 5 minutes, just keep looking out the window, make sure you're not doing anything and just spying on you, make sure you're not getting into any trouble, and make you check in every freaking 24 hours. Of course, you got to check in more than every 24 hours, but that's what it felt like. It felt like you're a kid and you gotta. Some of you guys are kids, but you get my damn point, damn it. So my whole point is that, like, that's stupid. You think kids are really that damn dumb? You think parents are that dumb? Wait, don't answer that. Yeah, they are that dumb. But the whole point is, the core gamers are not that damn stupid. The people that's going to buy your console and advertise your console and make these gaming updates like I do are not stupid. And we're going to give it to the people raw. We're going to give it to the people and speak the truth. So obviously, you've been watching people like me on YouTube, people like other people on YouTube that's bigger than me or even smaller than me. It doesn't matter where you're scaled at on YouTube. They've been watching us and they've been looking at forums and know that they're not about to get away with that bullshit. I'm about to make sure my gamers out there ain't about to buy no bullshit. So that's why I give it to you real. Excuse my language. Sorry about that. But anyways, yeah. You can't talk about Microsoft these days without cussing. So, I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's like, for example, let's say I had a girl, you know, and she's used to me doing certain things. We go to the movies on weekends. We do this and do that. She's used to me opening up her door, being polite, and all of a sudden I start, you know, trying to be take kindness for weakness and start doing certain things that she's not used to me doing because I can get away with it, because I think I can get away with it. And then rumor has it that she's about to start talking to this other dude because I've been, you know, disrespecting her and not treating her good like I used to back in the days when she first supported me through all my trials and errors and stuff like that, when I was a hoodlum on the streets and shit. Well, even though, for the record, I wasn't. I'm just saying, giving an example, analogy. And once I find out she's about to talk to somebody else and switch up on me and be with somebody else, then I want to say, oh, well, I'm not going to do that stuff no more. Then I shouldn't even start doing that in the first place. Did I really think I was going to get away with that? Hell no. Let's move over to the next gaming news segment. And that is, the PS4 will be $400 and the Xbox One will be $500. Of course, a lot of you guys should know this, but there's a lot of people out there, trust me, you'll be surprised how many people out there that don't watch E3. I was playing with these MLG Halo players that been inside tournaments and stuff, and they said, well, only a couple of them been inside tournaments, but they said they don't know what E3 is. They don't watch that stuff. They don't watch gaming. You know, watch Spike TV and podcasts with gaming. They just wait for commercials and they wait for people to tell them. I'm like, y'all ain't no damn gamers then. Anyways, also PS4 will, PS4 supports used games. What about third-party games? You know, there's been talk about, you know, third-party people are going to be making a decision on if they want to allow used games, like allow you to buy their used game or trade with your friend and still play it on your console. Third-party developers and publishers are going to have that saying on that, you know, if they want to do that with their in particular game or not, you know. I also had wrote that Xbox One will not fully support used games, but of course the article, you know, crossed that out, so forget about that. Let's move over to my next topic within my gaming news segment, and that's about the E3 PlayStation Home little activities and festivities and little, you know, trivia and stuff you can do and play around with to unlock these little different codes like avatar items and themes for your PS3 and stuff like that, demo codes and things of that nature. I think it got hacked because my PlayStation Plus trial code and my Killzone beta code for my PS Vita, both of those codes don't work. Every other code works except for those two. Now there could be a solution to that. Maybe the PS Plus code doesn't work because that's in particularly for the PS4 probably. And the Killzone beta code probably doesn't work because you can't input it until it becomes available. So somebody let me know what's going on with that. Also, in some of my next gaming news segment, I just want to say this to our multiplayer fans out there, everybody that love multiplayer, that like to get on single player games, that's single player focused and play multiplayer only, or you know, hop right onto multiplayer without even playing the single player for like a whole 2 months because you just want to play a game for a multiplayer. I just want to say this to you guys, you won. In the next gen consoles, that's all they're focused on. They're focused on multiplayer gamers out there. You know, a lot of next gen games are multiplayer focused. Like for example, MMO shooters / multiplayer shooters only. Titanfall is a multiplayer game only, but it does have some story elements to it, but it's still a multiplayer focused game. There is no story at all in the game. There's multiplayer story, but there's no actual single player story mode inside the game. And you see all kind of other MMO shooters like Destiny. You know, that's gonna be story driven, and MMO, you know, like a, you know, PvP and like a story driven game that they're gonna keep adding more to the game to keep you playing that, you know, mass multiplayer game forever. You know, that's their whole plan to do. Allow you to have a game that you can play online forever and they keep evolving throughout the years and stuff like that. And I mean, that's a no-brainer that the next gen is going to be like that because most Western / US gamers mostly play shooters and multiplayer. That's mostly what we play or whatever. They don't care about story mode. Like I said before, they don't. I mean, single player is a secondary thing now. It's become a secondary thing thanks to you multiplayer lovers out there. There's nothing wrong with that, but you know, for people like me, I'm a story, character, graphics, and game world-driven person. You know, I care about the story. And then I'll check out the multiplayer. You know, I care about what the developers sweat and argue. They go through months and weeks of arguing with each other, all kind of codes and stuff they gotta input, working on a level for like 6 months that take you about 45 minutes to play through, and just for people to skip over there or say, oh, this level is crap and stuff like that. You're playing something that's been slaved for hours and took a lot of money. So they're figuring, well, multiplayer costs way less money than a story-driven game that has full orchestras, which like if you've seen the Halo, you know how they, like behind the scenes of Halo, they have like full bands and orchestras and playing live music. There's nothing electronic inside these games. Everything is live music. You know how much that shit costs? Millions, thousands, hundreds of thousands. For people to skip past that stuff and just go straight to multiplayer, that's disrespect to me. You know, I would never, man, I wish I would make a game and everybody disrespect my games like that. We all do it, even I do it. We don't think about it though. But when you think about it like that, where you're disrespecting the developers by not caring about the single player at all and just playing multiplayer and that's it, and that's all you care about, that's disrespect. I don't care how you look at it, it's disrespect in my eyes. You may argue with me, but it's disrespect. So even with all that said, nevertheless, single player can only last for so long. Multiplayer can last forever. So that's where I get cut off in an argument. I automatically lose because single player can only last so long. Even if it's a 100-hour game, it only can last for long. Even with downloadable content, you gotta pay for that. But still, it carries on a story a little bit longer, but multiplayer can last for forever, strictly forever. As long as they got the servers up, it can last forever. So that's where my argument fails at. But as far as people out there that love single player, that love that real deep single player experience, you know, that's where my money lies at. That's how I buy my games. I don't buy it for multiplayer. I play multiplayer afterwards. Next topic within this gaming news segment, you guys should already heard about this, the Xbox 360 E. It's a new model, you know, that Microsoft came out with. It has a decent design. It has the same two-tone color design of the PS4. I'm not talking about the shape. I'm talking about how it has, like, you know, brushed plastic or matte plastic on one side and like a piano look on the other side. Like it's like split in half the same way the PS4 looks. I don't know if they got the design, you know, they went with the same design on purpose. I don't know how that came about, but it has that same exact look. Matte finish, and glossy on the other side of the console. Like it's like split in half. I don't know what's going on with that. But anyways, it's like kind of like downscaled a little bit. I forgot how much it is, but it's missing one USB port. It's missing optical audio out. You know, for people out there that use Triton headphones and you know, Astros and use the optical audio, you're missing that. And no AV cable hookup, so you can't plug in, like, you can't use the surround sound. Cause pretty much I use the AV cable that just has white and red, and I take the cord and hook it up to my surround sound and produce 5.1 surround sound Dolby Digital. You can't do that because it don't have that. All it has is HDMI, free USB ports, and that's about it. So it better be cheap. That's all I know. I forgot to check the price on it, but I don't know the price on it. I know it's about to be cheap. I know that much. Anyways, let's move over to my second segment, and that is Spit Game. The first thing I want to spit game about is Nintendo. Nintendo came to E3. They didn't have no press conference, but they did show off some games up there. I got some games written down. I don't got them all, you know, that I want to talk about, but you know, just to highlight certain games like Mega Man. You know, cool. They bringing Mega Man back in action. I mean, they've been back, but you know, a couple of games have disappointed people. You know, just, you know, it just wasn't really feeling like the old school Mega Man. You know, some of the games they came out with recently and stuff like that. I think even a newer one, it's not going to feel like the old school Mega Man. I think it's going to cater towards the casual gamer for Nintendo fans or kids that have Nintendo Wii U. So it's not going to be that hard in my opinion. Smash Brothers, you know, I haven't really played that many Smash Brother games. Not by choice, just because I just never played that many. And Mega Man is going to be a Smash Brothers, which it's funny because I could have sworn Mega Man already was inside a Smash Brothers game, but I guess I was tripping. For him to be inside this first Smash Brothers game, either they couldn't get the licenses for it inside the other games, or they're tripping because he should have been inside there. That's a no-brainer. And the last game I want to bring up and mention is Super Mario 3D World. Super Mario 3D Land, which was on the Nintendo 3DS, was amazing. It was great. One of my favorite Super Mario games of all time. Of course, it's not better than 3. 3 is my favorite. That game was amazing. So Super Mario 3D World for the Wii U, I think that's going to be amazing as well. As long as they do it right, it should bring back a lot of memories and stuff like that. Just like Super Mario 3D Land brought back when I was playing it on the 3DS. So let's move over to my next topic within my Spit Game segment, and that is my Sony controversial video. You guys see me going crazy in that video and stuff like that. When I was watching it, I laughed more than anything. You know, I was kind of going ham, you know, and I did kind of overreact a little bit, you know, a little bit. But you guys got to think about it as a relationship. You know, think about it as a relationship, man. You put a lot of time and effort into a relationship. You expect to get certain things out of it. For example, give another analogy. Let's say I'm about to get married to somebody. And, you know, we've been having this relationship for a long time. We've been going out for a long time. It's been years and years. And they want something different. You know, they want that next step. So they asking me, well, how are we going to take this next step? And I say, well, once we get to the altar, when we get married, that's the big moment where everybody's around, everybody's looking at us too. We right here in the center, and that's where I'm gonna give you my vows. I'm gonna vow to you and let you know what I'm gonna do for you as far as a husband to my wife. So she's been waiting all this time. She can't wait. It's been months and months. Now the wedding is finally set up. Everybody's finally around. Everything is all ready. The music is playing. She's walking down the aisle. We both looking at each other, and the big moment is here. And I say, well, I vow to trust you and be there for you. And then that's it. I'm done. And she's like, wait, that's it? Well, yeah. And then at the reception, I sing to her, which she didn't know I could sing. I sing to her and blow her mind like, whoa. But she can't, but even though she's blown away at the end of the whole wedding, because I sung to her, it's still the whole fact that I didn't vow that much of what I'm gonna do for her. So she asked me, well, is that it? Well, you know I'm gonna do a lot of stuff for you, so why trip? You know I'm marrying you, so automatically I'm gonna do a lot of stuff for you. But no, I wanna hear it. I wanna know. Even if I know, I wanna hear you say it. At least, so that's my whole point. I wanted to hear Sony announce it. I don't care. It's like me saying, well, wait till our honeymoon until I tell you more about what I'm gonna do for you. Then after that, oh, wait till our 5-year anniversary until I let you know what I'm gonna do for you and stuff. And the rest of the stuff I'm gonna let you know at our 10-year anniversary. I'm tired of waiting for all these different conventions to know what developers are putting out. Just let us know. Just don't show us that much gameplay if you don't want to. Just let us know at least. And then at these different conventions, show us gameplay little by little. You know, somebody please hire me. I'm available. Damn it, I got so much ideas. I'm like another damn Kojima. That's why I love Kojima, no homo. But me and him like think alike. We got so much ideas to where we don't need to know how to code. We don't need to know how to draw or computer program or green screen or nothing like that. Just our mind alone is worth a lot of money. Let's go. Anyways, next topic to my spit game segment. PS4 user interface. I want to talk about that briefly. Messaging and notifications are way better. I mean, I always complained about that with the PS3, where somebody sends you a message, it pops up inside a tiny little thing up there, and sometimes you miss it. You don't hear no sound. I don't know if you can turn it on sound, if you can turn it on, but somebody let me know. It's pretty much too late now. It's been all these years, but you know, it's way better. It's way more user friendly, like I said. You know, like how I said it should be. Texting with the touchpad seems kind of clunky. You know, I've seen a little commercial preview of the dude texting using the touchpad on a PS4 controller. It looks kind of clunky. It looks like I won't be using that. The same thing with the chat pad for the PS3, how you can rub across the keys and then, you know, use it as a mouse cursor. It's kind of clunky. I don't like stuff like that. So I probably won't be using that functionality. I'd rather just use the sticks and call it a day. User interface overall is way more user friendly than the old one, but still needs work. So, I mean, at least they're getting better at what they do. I like the stuff they showed inside the little preview video. I was digging it. So that's all Sony, pretty much that's one of the main things that Sony needs to fix to draw in gamers. Because when you look at the PS3, you look at your friends list, you look at everything, like you don't feel involved with your friends. You don't feel connected. You just see friends pop up online and you don't have no way of, hey, join my party and talk inside a chat, and while they're playing other games and doing this and doing that, you don't feel connected, you know. So it don't show up like, oh, such and such is playing this game. Like, you know, even though Microsoft does that and some people may think it's cheesy, it works. Anyways, the next topic is on my spit game segment. I want to spit game about The Last of Us for the PS3 exclusive. This game is incredible. I'm just gonna say that. Well, I'm gonna say more than that. This game looks very good. It's a very good looking game to be, you know, a closeout on the PS3. Not saying they're not gonna make more games for PS3, but it's a real good closeout. It's like the grand finale of a firework display. You know, you want to see that grand finale, and The Last of Us is that grand finale. It's my game of the year so far. Valve should take notes from this game if they're making another Left 4 Dead. Like really, like for real. Like for real. Like this shit right here, nigga. This shit right here. Not that other zombie games and stuff, nigga. I'm talking about this shit right here. Like this is like some real good. Melee combat is amazing. Man, let me finish reading my notes. Gameplay and fighting animations are super realistic. It looks so real. Like the way you push enemies off you, the way you swing and hit them. I know violence isn't good, people, but we're talking about outside a video game. You know, it's amazing. It looks incredible. It's something I never played before. Like when I'm playing it you know how they say, oh, the motion controls is 1-for-1. But even though I'm using a controller, it feels like it's 1-for-1. Even though I'm not waving my arms, I'm using some sticks and some triggers. It still feels like it's reacting to what I really want to do when I'm defending myself against these crazy people and these little infected, crazy, zombified monsters and stuff coming at you. So it's amazing. The game has very, very strong violence and language. Like, I know a lot of you guys gonna say, well, dude, I played GTA, I played Gears of War, man, I chopped off people's heads inside this game, I played No, this is a different type of violence. Like, Joel, the main character that you play with, oh man, like some of those cutscenes, oh man, like I was like, wow, like dude, really? Dang, you doing it like that? Okay, it felt like I was watching what's that movie? Taken. How the dad came after those dudes and wasn't no holds barred. Like the part when Joel was interrogating two dudes. That's all I'm gonna say. That cutscene, for the people that played that part, man, that game is, oh man, Naughty Dog, man, y'all crazy, dude. Like, crazy in a good way. Like, ain't nobody touching y'all when it comes to y'all stories and stuff. Y'all watching right now, I gotta applaud you. Ain't nobody touching y'all when it comes to y'all writing and voice acting and characters and story. Ain't nobody touching you. Not even with a 1,000,000-foot pole. Ain't nobody touching y'all at all. Period. I put my money on that any day, any type of money. I bet it. This is the kind of game I was looking forward to when it came to Dead Island. You know, as far as story, Dead Island already had like cool stuff you can do, like save people. I love that about Dead Island. You can drive around freely. I love that about Dead Island, even though the driving was bullshit. But anyways, and when it comes to realism and graphics and gameplay, I was expecting Dead Island to be just like this game. This game is like real. I thought, because when you watch that trailer, okay, for example, the Dead Island trailer, that first trailer that everybody saw when the zombies are coming to the room and the little girl, you guys already, that shouldn't be spoilers. You guys already seen the Dead Island trailer, that very first trailer. That's exactly, you see how deep that was, how it almost made people cry? That's exactly how The Last of Us is. The Last of Us is everything that trailer is. Like I said, I put any money on it, anything. I bet anything inside this house that The Last of Us is exactly like that trailer. The emotions that you felt inside that trailer, that's The Last of Us, the whole game. That's the game. That's why this is my game of the year so far. The characters, I will say some bad stuff. There is some bad things that reviewers didn't mention. The characters and enemy AI could be stupid, like especially the enemy AI. Like, I know what they're trying to do. Sometimes you're on a screen and you got two AI with you, two co-op AI that's doing their own thing and stuff like that, and they made it to where even if the enemies hear or see the other people that's with you, they won't react. They won't be all like, oh, there they are, because they don't want the AI to mess you up, like, because you're sneaking around. And trust me, the co-op AI make a lot of noise, like knocking over chairs and breaking stuff. I'm like, dude, be quiet. Damn, you see all these damn clickers over here? What the hell wrong with you? I'm over here sweating and stuff, holding my controller, wiping my hands and stuff. Like, dang, come on now. But I realized that they don't hear them. So once I realized that, it kind of made the game more fake. And also at certain points, I was like right next to a dude, and he was like kind of looking my way. He could have seen me out the corner of his eyes. He could have seen me, but for some reason he didn't see me, and that kind of made the game fake, especially coming off of Deus Ex Human Revolution, where I played real stealthy inside that game. That game is kind of hard. It kind of reminds me of Metal Gear. Depends on how you play it. You can play that game in so many different ways. But anyways, after coming off that game being stealthy, The Last of Us seemed kind of like fake when it came to stealth. In some parts, not the whole game, just some parts it felt fake, because like that dude should have seen me. Even though I don't want him to see me right now, he should have seen me. I was right there, right behind his little bitty table. He's standing looking directly right there. Like, so that only happened a few times. And there's a couple of little small bugs that's not crazy, but it happened, Now the second to last thing, which is a big thing for me, if they would have nailed this would have been like beyond game of the year. They should have had co-op multiplayer instead of competitive multiplayer. Why? Now I know a lot of people are tired of horde mode, tired of survival mode, but think about this. For the people that played The Last of Us campaign, think about this. Think about like something where, that one part where you guys pushing the truck in the middle of the street, zombies coming at you, or infected coming at you. Think about that. That could have been a co-op campaign right there. It could have did like, take a number from Left 4 Dead and make their own little 4 campaign, segments that you unlock after you beat the single player game, and you unlock these little extra missions that you can go through Left 4 Dead style, where you go from point A to point B, or in fact a survival mode on top of that, where like you guys are on like in a neighborhood, like the one level in The Last of Us where you're inside this neighborhood, all kind of different houses and balconies and stuff. They should have had something like that where you survive as long as you can. Like, first they bring out the regular enemies that have guns, and then they bring out the infected, then they bring out the infected with those enemies, and then they bring out the, the mega infected for the people that played the game. For the people that haven't, I'm not gonna get into detail, but there's some other infected that's kind of crazy, yeah, and then they should have had these supply drops that drop like every 1 minute or something, and they drop randomly. So you can't like camp out where they're gonna drop at. They drop randomly. That's how you scavenge for items and build pipe bombs, or not pipe bombs, but like little bombs and Molotovs and stuff, and increase your melee weapon and stuff like that, and find all kind of different stuff. They should have did something like that. Survival mode would have been real good inside this game. I know people are sick of survival mode, but it should have been inside this game, hands down. Last thing I want to say is that I'm gonna be honest with you guys. You guys know I'm not a liar. I like to be honest with my fans out there. This game almost kind of a little bit made me drop a few tears. Like, the game is that deep. Like, even though Mass Effect is supposed to be one of those games that's so deep and so character driven, this one game right here almost made me like, whoa. Like the part, I don't want to give no spoilers, but Ellie and Joel kind of went at each other, and the way Ellie was looking when Joel said what he said, and just the look she had on her face, that hit my heart right there. Like I ain't gonna lie, like you call me, oh, new cyber, you fucking weak, man. Shut your old black ass up. I don't care what you say. Play that game by yourself, in the dark, in headphones, and just be involved in the game. Don't play it around your homeboys and friends. Don't be inside a party chatting while you're playing the game or whatever. No, forget that. Well, you can't be inside the chat on PS3, but forget all that. Like, be by yourself playing the game. You will be, that game is fucking deep, dude. I don't care what nobody say. And it's the way she was looking at him. Then even after the cutscene, even in the gameplay, the way she was just sitting there. Oh man, y'all gotta play this damn game. Buy a PS3 right now and play that game. Oh my god, dude. Enough of that. I'll be talking about that all day. This video ended up being like 50 minutes long. Let's move over to my next segment. It's on my Spit Game segment. And that is Sonic Lost Levels. It looks okay. I mean, it seems okay for what it is and stuff like that, but not exactly what fans want. You know, like I said before when I did my little E3 stuff, we want to see, just bring a Sega Genesis Sonic. You don't have to have these extra physics where he's like floating in the air and like doing all kind of moves, and like these new Sonic games just feels like too linear. Like it feels like you don't have no options. But now it's like these new Sonic games don't have no challenge whatsoever. It's not hard. You know, the old Sonic games, it had a little bit of challenge. Play Sonic 1, play the water level in Sonic 1. You know, these new games, they're weak compared to the old one. But I'm still looking forward to the new levels, the Lost Levels, Sonic Lost Levels. So the last topic within my Spit Game segment is about, you know, the recent update that Sony put out for everybody that got PlayStation Plus. Even if you don't got it, you should have got an email about some new games free to play with PlayStation Plus. As long as you got PlayStation Plus, you can play these games for free. And those games are Deus Ex Human Revolution. I've already been playing that on PC, so you know I already got that on PC a while back. So there's no point in me downloading that on my PS3 unless I just want some trophies or something. Uncharted 3, already got that, already played that. But hey, for people that don't got Uncharted 3 are just now buying a PS3 with PlayStation Plus, there you go, Uncharted 3. Little Big Planet Karting, I was gonna buy this. I forgot all about this game actually, so glad it's free. I can go ahead and play that. Saints Row the Third, don't like Saints Row, too immature for me, but I'll give it a try. I want to play the first one first, but Saints Row is like a franchise I haven't gotten to, so hey, I guess I'll play it or something, I don't know. XCOM Enemy Unknown, I don't know why this game is free, because I've been hearing so much amazing things about this game, so I can't wait to play this bad boy, because I've been hearing a lot of crazy stuff about how incredible this game is. In Blast Blue, Continuum or Quantum, I don't know if I'm saying that right, I don't know, Quantum Shift Extended. Move over to my next segment, and that is Get Gaming. Now you guys know the games I've been playing recently, and of course I've been playing The Last of Us, and also I've been playing Deus Ex Human Revolution, and Germinators for the PS Vita, and Ninja Gaiden Sigma Plus for the PS Vita, and Battlefield 3 single player for PC. I had never finished it on my PC because I lost all my saves, and you know the servers was acting stupid as far as being on getting on the web pages down for a little while, and I stopped playing it for a long time. But I'm back on the single player trying to see what it's about and stuff. Played a little bit of multiplayer too, you know. But I kind of wish I would have got this game for consoles, even though it looked amazing for PC. But multiplayer is more user friendly on consoles. And let's move over to my next segment, and that is Finish Him. Finished 2 games recently, and that is The Last of Us, finished that on normal difficulty, and finished Deus Ex Human Revolution on normal difficulty. Next time I play through both these games, I will be playing. See, the thing I hate about some New Game Plus, I love the ones where you can play a new game plus, but add a higher difficulty level. On this one, you can't. You only can play normal because that's what you beat it on. So in order for me to play New Game Plus on the highest difficulty, which I think is called Inhuman or something, or Survivalist or something like that, I would have to play Survivalist all by itself and then play a New Game Plus. So I'm about to end up playing this game like 3 more times before I'm like fully done with single player. So it is what it is. So let's go ahead and close this Gamers 2 cast out with my outro segment, talking to you guys about a video I'll be making in the future called Titanfall versus Destiny. For example, my video called GTA 4 versus Just Cause 2, it'll be something like that, where I'll be showing gameplay from both games, similar parts from each game, similar like draw distances and vistas and stuff like that from each game, showing the different weapons, like just little snippets of gameplay going back and forth of each game. No commentary, no nothing, just a versus video just like that. Why, Noob Sidebot? Well, obviously, a lot of you guys haven't been seeing how hot my versus videos been getting. I started these one videos called Game Battles, but I haven't made no ones recently. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about like I said, for example, in your YouTube search, type in GTA 4 versus Just Cause 2. And I guarantee you my video will pop up. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying it will. Alright, be the top 5 because people like videos like that. They don't need commentary. They just want to see like 2 snippets of gameplay. All right, this game, okay, that game, this game, that game, this game, that game. I promise you, I get comments from that video almost every single day, ever since 2 years ago. Think about that. Comment every single day ever since 2 years ago, and people don't really argue that much. They just get their own personal opinions. Well, I think this game is better, or this game actually has some good story, but the gameplay inside this game is more better. I like that. I like all the, like the comments I'll be getting and like how everybody interact with each other in those videos. Also, like my my PS2 versus PS3 Resident Evil 4 video, where I was going back and forth from the PS2 version of the game, like how it looks and graphics, and the PS3 version of the game and the graphics and stuff like that. People love that video. Got thousands of views on that video. PSP versus PS Vita Ghost Recon video. Comments almost every single day from that video as well. So people like those videos where, you know, I show 2 different type of gameplays and 2 different type of games to go back and forth and stuff like that. And that's what I will be doing. So it's been your boy, Untitled, the Universal Gamer. Hope you guys like this Gamers Tubecast, and stay tuned for more. Subscribe if you like these videos. Check out my other videos on my channel. I got a whole bunch of playlists that you guys can go on my channel and check out. All kind of videos I made, you know, gameplays, unboxings, all kind of little crazy stuff your boy been doing over the years. And I'm just trying to get better and better at doing it. So with that said, it's been your boy, Untitled, the Universal Gamer, and I'm out. Peace.